What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for PayPal with the ticker symbol PYPL. I will first go over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So here we have the daily chart for PayPal, and you can clearly see that it's pulling back towards the prior breakout, which is right over here at the high 60s, low 70s. So I'll mark it right at the 68 on the daily chart. And you can see that prices broke outside of this double bottom because price bounced from it once here, twice, breakout, and since this downtrend or this push out lower looks weak, because you can see there was a nice little impulse down, this one right over here, and then prices broke this and started to get more sideways and shallower. So now it's kind of retracing up. So there's a very good chance we're probably going to see the high 60s reached and possibly even the low 70s. You clearly see that price is working up in 5 consecutive days in this little uptrend channel. So since that's one leg up, even if we see maybe a little break, we can expect another attempt up to the 68. So it's basically coming back to the 68 level. Now, with that being said, is this a bottom and we're going to see higher prices, or we're going to still see continuation to the downside? So let's take a look at the chart. So we have this measure move in place. That's one impulse down. Price action moves in twos. So you can see that is the second impulse down, started right about here. So he's going to try to reach this leg at this 47 level in the form of a couple attempts. So this was the first large attempt, and currently we are in the second and last large attempt. So right now you can see there was 2 legs inside of here, 1, 2. So maybe this is the attempt, and we could be seeing a bottom. However, sometimes these 2 attempts could just be one large one, and we can still see the drop. So I wouldn't expect this to be a bottom because it's just way too early to call it, but it could turn into something good. We'll have to wait and see. And also there was this leg down too. So we had one leg down here. I'm going to clone this, and you can see that second leg started right back here at this peak, and there was 2 attempts to reach it at this 52 level. So those are the 2 targets that haven't been reached, and they don't have to be. So we'll see if this turns into a bottom or not. What I want to see is this: prices breaking back above the 68 level, and we come back to retest it and it holds, and then we can maybe get another large impulse out of there. There's a good chance that will be a bottom. Or we break out, we double test it, and then we go up higher. So either way, 2 forms of prices trying to go lower that fails once it gets back above the 68 level, and then that might lead to continuation towards the upside. If we just come back to the 68 level and find resistance, there's a good chance these targets are going to be reached because price is still trying to reach them. So that's how I'm looking at PayPal right now. It's a gray area. It's too early to call, but at the very least, I can say that there's a good chance of reaching the high 60s. From there, what is more expected? What is more expected is that we do continue down lower towards these measure move targets. It's just better to stay with the bias. The bias is that the trend is down, and it's been downtrending for quite a long time. The good sign is that the targets are almost reached, and the downtrend is getting shallower. So it means that the bottom is closer than any other time in the past. So that's how I'm looking at this chart. If it was me personally, I would have probably, if I really like PayPal and whatnot, and I thought it was going to be a good trade, I probably already would have picked up some, because sometimes the targets don't be reached completely. So this probably would have been close enough. So I would have picked up some, and then I would just waited for some type of reversal pattern to add more, or if it came back lower, add more, something like that. Well, that's just me personally. Everyone has a different strategy. So that's how I'm looking at PayPal. Basically, let's see what it does at the 68 level. High 60s, low 70s. There's a good chance of reaching it. If we see a big breakout through it, that doesn't automatically turn this level back into support. We need to see a couple of tests at it. So if we see a double test at it, holds, we can see higher prices. If we see a breakout, 2 attempts to try to come back to it, and if can't, that can see higher prices. If we just come back to this level and find immediate rejection, we're probably going to still go lower to the measuring targets. So this level right here will tell me a lot about the future. So that's everything I see on the daily chart. Here is the weekly chart. So on the weekly chart, this is the entire price action for PayPal. We can go and mark the all-time lows, which are right around the 31 level, and the all-time highs, which is right around the 309, 310 level. So clearly there's a large, the distance between these two levels. Maybe the all-time highs will be reached in the future. So this was a very key level right here at the low 70s, high 60s on the weekly chart. This was a strong support since 2017 that was broken, but again, since this is a breakout and most breakouts fail, meaning we're going to probably come back to retest it and possibly even completely reverse. So again, if we don't find any resistance, there's a good chance this was a failed breakout. We go up higher, can't go back any lower, and we see a reversal. But right now, it's more likely that we will find rejection. And I'm saying that because the targets have not been reached, and also this downtrend pattern is still holding prices very nicely. You can see that this channel contains all the price bars, and every time it comes back up to this top trend line, it finds resistance, which also coincides with that low 70s, high 60s level that can be acting as new resistance now. So again, it's more likely we'll probably see that pullback and then a drop lower. But again, it's not guaranteed. We could just blast right through it, and that short setup might not even appear, and then we might be looking for a potential long opportunity, something like that. So just goes on. You just take the trades based on what is happening on the chart, not really what you expect. What you expect can help you determine what type of trade to take. For example, we expect resistance, and we're looking for a potential drop in price. But if we just break it, now we'd be thinking, okay, there's a potential that this is a bottom. It failed to reach the targets to the downside. If it fails to do something once or twice, then it could is most likely to do the opposite, which is reverse. So we'll see how PayPal develops. But right now, there's a good chance this pullback will continue to move up higher to the high 60s, low 70s. And depending on what type of reaction we get from there, that will tell us more about the future. But me personally, I would be expecting more downside after reaching that level because of the downtrend channel and the targets not being reached. So that's all I have for PayPal this week, Saturday. And I might give an update next week, Saturday, depending on how you guys like this video. So just go ahead and drop a comment below. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time. The Vee Trades technical analysis course is now live. Learn to read the chart the right way to prevent costly mistakes. Click the link below to start training now.